ChatGPT has had a major impact on the world in the few months that it's been out, and now it just got its first massive upgrade that really takes it to the next level. Some of the things it can and will be able to do are absolutely mind-blowing, and it's clearer now than ever that we are headed into an AI-dominated future. So let's look at what GPT-4 can do, including some of the mind-blowing features they have added, and how it will change the way we use ChatGPT. GPT-4 really is a big step forward. It is trained on a lot more data than GPT-3, although they won't really say how much. This has allowed GPT-4 to be much more nuanced than its predecessor. A good example of this nuance is right on the OpenAI site. They give GPT-4 the prompt, explain the plot of Cinderella in a sentence where each word has to begin with the next letter in the alphabet from A to Z, without repeating any letters. This is a pretty crazy task that GPT-4 can do effortlessly. If you try this with the old 3.5 model that we have been using, it really doesn't even make a solid attempt to do what you asked. This also demonstrates the increased creativity of GPT-4. As a content creator, I'm always using ChatGPT to help me come up with video ideas, asking it about titles, thumbnails, and anything else that I can think of. So the creativity of something like ChatGPT is really important to me. So when I read that it was one of the largest improvements of GPT-4, I had to see it for myself. When asking ChatGPT to come up with 10 YouTube video titles for a YouTube channel that covers topics like Bitcoin, AI, and personal finance, it usually outputs some ideas that are pretty basic. They are all things that I honestly could have come up with myself if I had sat down and brainstormed long enough. They aren't particularly unique or creative. When asking the same prompt to the new and improved ChatGPT, it's a whole different story. This list of ideas takes into account that my channel is focused on more than one particular topic, so a lot of these ideas are not just about Bitcoin or AI. They are a mix of the different topics to be a perfect fit for my channel. The older model does try to do this, but it just feels a little forced. What video sounds more interesting? How AI is revolutionizing the stock market, insights from industry experts, or personal finance hacks, 10 AI-powered tips for saving and investing. I think we have a clear winner here. I tried some other fun experiments like having it write out speeches about Bitcoin for different US presidents. When doing this with the old model, the speeches don't really feel as personalized to each president as they do with the new one. Along with being more creative, GPT-4 is just smarter in general. OpenAI states that GPT-4 is 40% more likely to produce factual responses than version 3.5. It also can score extremely well on a variety of tests. It scored near or above the 90th percentile on the BAR, LSAT, SAT, a bunch of AP exams, and many more. Even with the improvements to its overall intelligence, it still does what some people call hallucinating. Hallucinating is where the AI starts giving you incorrect information that it pretty much just made up. While it does seem like GPT-4 is less prone to doing this than its predecessor, it is clearly still a big problem. OpenAI brings up many times that users should be aware that GPT-4 still has this problem and that they should be on the lookout for it. GPT-4 also has some other new features that really elevate it as an artificial intelligence. The first of which is that it can handle pretty large amounts of text, 25,000 words to be exact. It can also output that much text. The example that they use on their site has them linking to the Wikipedia page for Rihanna. They then ask GPT-4 to describe her Super Bowl performance and what made it special. It can then spit out a well-informed response. While ChatGPT can't yet import text from an outside source, in this way, it's assumed that they will add this feature to it at some point in the future. But this isn't even close to the most mind-blowing new feature. Not only can GPT-4 accept text-based inputs, but it can also accept images as inputs, and it can make sense of the images that you show it. The example on their site is a picture of some ingredients with the question, "What can I make with these ingredients?" It then outputs a list of possible foods that could be made. In the live demo that OpenAI gave, they give a much more impressive example. He draws a mock-up of a website that he wants to create. Then he takes a picture of the mock-up and tells GPT-4 to write a brief HTML/JS to turn this mock-up into a colorful website where the jokes are replaced by two real jokes. Then GPT-4 outputs the HTML to make exactly what the mock-up on that drawing was depicting. An extremely impressive feat. Imagine how much time this could save for people building out different applications. Sadly, this feature hasn't been rolled out yet, but should be getting rolled out with the API. Hopefully this image functionality is also added to ChatGPT so that a large number of users can get their hands on this groundbreaking technology. If you want to use GPT-4 in ChatGPT today, you will need to have the subscription to ChatGPT Plus, which costs $20 a month. So this isn't rolled out to everyone and no word on when it will be. If you want to learn about a way to access GPT-4 for free, why not check out my video on New Being?